Hey everyone, welcome back. In this JQL and Jira search tutorial, we are going to learn about the basics of JQL or the advanced search now. So till now we have been looking at the very basic Jira search options and some of the very useful smart querying within Jira, so which will be really handy for you. So if you haven't followed the previous tutorials, I would highly recommend going through and watching those before coming to the advanced section of this course. Now Jira query language is the very fundamental and very important thing to learn when you are using any of the Atlassian product, especially Jira, because you are required to search different issues based on different criteria, prepare the reports and use those filters, right? So when you know how to query the issues based on certain criteria effectively, you will be able to generate filters and then eventually generate proper reports out of Jira automatically, right? Now, if you see the screen, the very basic of Jira query language is basically how it is formed, right? So Jira query language is formed by addition or basically adding multiple clauses, right? So multiple clauses are added or joined with the keyword. So if you see this higher or the bigger box here, it's basically the overall clause, and the clause contains field, operator and value. And don't worry about these things at the moment. I'll explain them with an example on the Jira portal. So a clause is made of field, and field could be anything like Jira field, right? So for example, due date or created date or resolution or a person who reported the issue, right? So any of these fields that are available within Jira out of the box, or the custom field that your administrator would have created. So any of the fields that you see on the issue or any of the issue type within Jira is the field. So for example, due date, reporter, your summary, etc., all of that is the field. The operator is the heart of the query. As it says here, the operators are the heart of the query. They relate the field to the value, to the actual value, right? Now if I say created date, right? So created date field or created field, or who raised the issue, or created by, right? So if there is a field created by, I am looking for a issue which is created by myself, right? So the field will be created by, and operator is the one which relates that value of that field, right? So if created by Manish, then the operator is equal to, if I'm looking for all the issues created by Manish, then it is basically created by is equal to Manish. So that these three things form one clause, right? So operators will be equal to, not equal to, and I'll cover all of these operators in detail along with the example. So don't worry about all the operators that are available in JQL. You don't need to by heart everything, but you need to understand the crux and core of it so that you know how the queries are formed and how you can form the complex queries, even if you don't have, or even if you don't learn how many operators or how many fields, because fields can change. If there are custom fields, then there will be more fields in your instance, right? So once you know the concept, you will be able to use JQL effectively. Now the value is the actual value of the query, right? Say for example, the person for whom you are looking for, say Manish or admin or any other person in your team, right? So that is a real value for that particular field. So for example, created date or due date, then the actual date is the value, and the operator is whether greater than or equal to, that's the operator. So this forms the clause, and then JQL could be a single clause, right? Or it could be combination of multiple clauses with addition of the keyword. Now there is another component of JQL which is keyword, and keyword could be like and or, and there are many other keywords which we'll cover in upcoming tutorials. Okay, so keyword are specific word in the language. So these are specific reserved words within Jira query language. Say for example, and or. So I can have a clause, and then I can say and then I can also have another clause, right? So let's quickly go ahead and understand this in a real query, right? So we just have to go to Jira, and here, say for example, I used to do this quick search, right? and if I say my, then it will list me all the issues by using the smart querying, because my is recognized as a smart query, so it will give me this particular query, right? So basically, in order to activate your advanced search, okay, now you will see that as soon as I have used the smart querying, it is already on the advanced search, right? You can now see that it is showing me switch to basic, right? So either you can directly search something here and it will automatically formulate a query for you, or in order to go to the advanced search, go to more, right? Let me close it and let's go to back. Okay, let's go to Jira software, and here in the filters, right, you can see advanced issue search. If I click on advanced issue search, it will open the advanced issue search section there, right? You will see that advanced issue search has been opened. If I have to switch to basic, I can click on switch to basic, or switching to advanced or switching to JQL is basically switch to JQL. Now here, if I want to filter the issues, now I have explained that the query is formed by the clause, right? So clause contains of the field, the operator, and the value, right? Now what could be the field that some of the fields that you see here, right? The key is one of the field, right? The issue type, right? You'll see if I highlight here, this is the issue type. This is one of the field. So any issue that you open in Jira, it will have some fields, and as the name suggests, it's basically the values that are being populated, right? So say for example, this issue type, right? So this is one of the field. Then description is one of the field. Then you have the status or assignee, priority, all of these, due date, labels, these are all the fields, right? So if I want to filter or I want to formulate a clause, the very simple clause based on some of the fields that are shown here, say for example, either reporter or priority or status, fixed version, these are all fields on which we can form the clause. So if I say status, right, you will see as soon as I'll start typing in, it will show me what all fields are available for the JQL. So I select status, right, and you will see this little cross here, the red, this shows that the query is not yet valid, right? So now I have to use the operator. As soon as I'll press space, you will see all the operators that are there available in Jira are listed. So now if I want to search based on equality operator, so I want to say how many issues are there for which the status is, say for example, to do, right? So if I say to do, right, it will appear, the status will appear, and as soon as I'll click on to do, you will see that the icon turned to green. This shows that the query is valid, and now this is one of the JQL clause. Now if you notice closely, this is the field, equal to is the operator, and to do is the actual value based on which I am searching for the issue, right? So this is very simple Jira query language. Now if I hit enter, you will see all the issues that have the status as to do get filtered and displayed on the screen, right? So this is very basic clause of JQL. Now the JQL is formulated either as a single clause or multiple clauses joined by the keyword, right? So if I hit space, you will see the keywords that are available. So I can use the keyword and or order by, right? So if I say and, then I can write another clause, okay? So and assignee, say for example, assignee, okay? I also want to have another clause and say assignee is equal to and filter based on the assignee, okay? So assignee is equal to admin, say for example, right? So it will take the value there, or let's say assignee is RCV test, okay? And search. So there are no issues that are for which the assignee is RCV test. Let me change it to admin, and search, nothing there. Let's say change it to reporter. So reporter is equal to RCV tutorials, okay? And you will see the reporter, wherever the issue reporter is RCV tutorials, it has displayed all those issues, right? Now I think internally this is taking the coded value of the reporter that you choose, so that is why it's showing you these sort of value, but this is the actual value that is being stored for this particular reporter. So you will see here now very basic JQL query which contains first clause, the highlighted one, then we have the operator which is the and operator, and then the second clause, right? So second clause has the field, the operator, and the value there. Okay, so JQL could be a single clause, and a clause has the field, operator, and the actual value, or it could be multiple clauses joined by the keywords or the reserved keywords within Jira. So that's the very basic sort of introduction about JQL. In the upcoming tutorial, we'll learn a lot more deeper concept of JQL and the real examples and usages of JQL in your project. So that's all for this tutorial. I hope it was helpful. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.